It's been 87 years since Sylvester the cat first appeared in the short film The Cat That Can't Be Scattered, and in that time, he's had quite the evolution. At first, Sylvester was basically just a normal kid who lived outside and hunted birds, but after meeting Tweety Bird, his life's purpose became getting that little bird. To do that, he would often team up with Granny, who also lived outside and would frequently come inside to try and catch Tweety, but this wasn't very effective, so in later shorts, Sylvester would disguise himself as a dog, a bird, even a mouse, all in an attempt to trick Tweety into thinking he was someone else. Sometimes he would even team up with other Looney Tunes characters like Wile E. Coyote or Foghorn Leghorn in order to get Tweety, but no matter what, Tweety always outsmarted him with the help of his catchphrase, I told putty tat. In the early 1940s, though, things started to change. See, by this point, Sylvester's character had become so popular that the studio started making movies where he was the main character instead of just a supporting one. These were called the Sylvester and Tweety shorts. And they were pretty much just a bunch of domestic cat and mouse shenanigans, like Tom and Jerry, but with talking animals. These shorts were a big hit, but they didn't last forever. By the late 1940s, people started to get tired of watching the characters do the same thing over and over again, and the studio wanted to focus on other characters for a while. So they put Sylvester and Tweety on the back burner until the 1950s when they brought them back for one more set of shorts. This time, though, there was a twist. Tweety was no longer a helpless bird who needed to be protected. In fact, he was kind of a jerk now, which made Sylvester's job even harder. And these shorts were different from the ones in the 40s because they were made in color. But despite the change of pace, these later shorts weren't as popular as the earlier ones, so the studio decided to retire Sylvester and Tweety once again. This time it only lasted a couple years before they brought the duo back for a new series of shorts in the 1960s. These were made during the golden age of television, though, when cartoons were at their most popular. So naturally they were a big hit. The studio kept them in the public eye by having them appear in other cartoons, TV shows and commercials. And even today, they're still appearing in new cartoons and movies. So it seems like Sylvester and Tweety will continue to chase each other for years to come. Thanks for watching.